I forget to change that? Nope, no, we're good. Good to go. Alright. That break was a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. The game was paused. Alright, let's do something right here at the start of this video. So everybody has something to look at real quick. The storage finished getting built on the research station. So now I can go into the logistics screen and limit the amount of energy cells here.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Oh, which I already remembered I typed in 25K, so that's like but you can see this whole bar could be filled up with just energy cells, so that's barely anything to that large storage. Let me check the research. Um, the most that advanced research that I can get to right now will only cost the full amount of those energy cells. So right now I can research everything. With just that large container, I don't need to put anything on this. And the research should pay for itself. Let's go 35. 35K. With all those with 4 energy cells, I can produce produce 42K energy cells. So let's set that for the minimum, 1 cycle. I should have looked at that first, I guess. So in 1 cycle, or 1 production cycle, I can make all of those energy cells. It's coming up, so it's going to produce. Oh, okay, production an hour, not production per cycle. Oops. I still have plenty of container storage to handle 4,200, or not 4,200, 42,000. Yeah, so that should make it a more lucrative deal for the NPCs to come in and buy from me in bulk. And that should fund the research. Let's see here, how much money do I have? I can manually fund the research a little bit. I'll throw half a mil at it. Should be plenty for the research. Um, let's see here. For my micro lattice station, I was looking at Terran Space and reading Discord, and someone pointed out in Discord that the Terrans don't make enough lettuce. So we're gonna go make some micro lettuce up in Terran Space, and yeah, we're gonna make it killing. All I actually need is whole parts and Claytronics to be delivered to the station so that the station provides its own energy cells. There we go.
see a vessel approaching. Now fly to the connection module I have highlighted for you.
Hello.
I forgot I was doing that. I was in the middle of an Axiom mission.
In order to place an EMP bomb, you'll need to change into your spacesuit.
Gotta make sure I delete his order so he doesn't move. Because he will correct the ship or placement if you forget to do that.
Now attach an EMP bomb to the module that I have highlighted for you. Then detonate it.
Oh, it just wants this module. So you don't have to be particularly close when you do this. There's a hotkey for secondary weapons, or you could click on it,
Spacesuit EMP.
use the interaction menu and detonate from there. You have a couple of options.
There's nothing quite as satisfying as triggering an EMP bomb. You'll see that the detonation created signal leaks that you can scan. Switch into scan mode and approach the data leak to intercept the information coming from it. You'll notice that now you own a blueprint for this specific station module. That module can now be used in the construction of your own stations. We can also analyze the blueprint to gain a better understanding of the target of our heist. Unfortunately, we can currently only steal the blueprints of non-vital connection modules this way.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission
Assistant.
granted.
I might have found a way to rectify this issue. Given the right research, I could probably enhance the range of module blueprints you could appropriate.
Curses! The security breach seems to have triggered a silent alarm in the station. Someone is heading your way.
You! Stop right there! What are you doing here? There has been a breach in security. Explain yourself.
Oh, that's not good at all. Hold on. I'm trying something. Accessing the station mainframe. Running counter security routine. Entering the four unit with the thing. Yeah. Salutation Station Patrol. I am Kuvayak, evangelist diplomat in the services of the Holy God Realm of the Pyramid. I shall shortly forward to you the identification issued by the Hallowed Authority. Why in the name of the holy three-dimensionality are you accosting my personal escort? I sent for transportation to take me off your heathen station. Talks between our peoples have not gone well at all. By the Divine Triangle, do not turn this into a full-blown diplomatic incident, just because, in your endless incompetence, you held up the wrong chauffeur.
Very well then. The identification checks out. Your pilot may move on. Apologies for the inconvenience.
That was too close for comfort. Better pick me up and take me off the station right away. That identification will not hold up to any scrutiny.
Docking granted.
There you are.
Hey, Axiom, hurry up.
Let's get out of here. I feel like our little performance could catch up with us at any second.
Hello there.
Actually, was that a... Hang on a second. How many personnel do I have aboard this ship? I have... Oh, I have a passenger and one able crewman, so I won't be able to hire more.
Autopilot engaged.
That's fine.
Entering system. Silent witness.
Hmm.
Entering system. 18 billion.
And to keep a close eye on this station because I want to set up logistic overview for this before it gets out of hand here. Oh, like that. I don't want to do that right there. I was already gonna start paying another faction money to bring in something I'm gonna make. Ridiculous.
We're taking hits.
Hey, what now? Hang on. What is a xenon? Yeah, that was a good order to get it out of there. What's the K doing coming in from the wrong direction? Okay.
Autopilot. Disengage. Autopilot engaged.
Literally, the most concerning thing coming into the station is why are there so many mines, and why do they seem to keep multiplying?
Entering system. Windfall.
Oh. Gotta wait for the landing pad to free up.
Barbarossa. Docking granted.
Oh, never mind. Sometimes Ace likes to troll me and make me wait for him to get...
Successfully done.
Thank you for the lift. That was quite an exciting turn of events. But now, at least we have the blueprint we need to gain an insight into the internal station geometry.
Straight to point. Curs need to raid station for specific supplies, but station well guarded. Ministry of Finance very vigilant when it comes to pirate activity. If Curs go in guns blazing, crew will be picked apart by Ministry patrols. Instead, you and the Ace will create diversion. You attack Ministry fleet head on. Draw away from station. Chipmunk, make sure you stay alive. Not good distraction if you get blown to bits. Very well. Plan agreed. If you're fast enough, you stay out of range of their guns. Do not worry.
What do you mean if I'm fast enough? Tired of being the distraction all the time?
Tacoba.
So, we are going to engage the Ministry, I hear. Good. People say that I have a very chipper disposition, but the Ministry of Finance makes me sick to my stomach. Teladi are not naturally aggressive. We all have an innate instinct to avoid conflict. Very rarely will you find skilled combat pilot material among my people. Naturally, the Ministry needed skilled pilots and Marines. So, they devised a very unique training regime for their cadets. It is an intense and grueling process intended to completely strip the Teladi of their natural escape reflex. Yet, it would be so easy to turn that instinct into an advantage. Not only is the Ministry oppressively policing which goods are allowed and which are not, but they are also bending and breaking Teladi minds to enforce their arbitrary rules. So no, I do not mind tangling with those guys.
Alright, Ace is done rambling. Good. Now I get to. Okay, this isn't ready just yet, but it's very close. So that's why I need to keep a close eye on that.
Arcadian Endeavor in close proximity to station. Commence attack when ready.
Okay.
Do not worry. I will be right beside you. Amazing how huge these ships can seem up close.
Hmm. Ace with their one gun on a magpie is gonna be a lot of use here, I can tell.
Something hit us.
Chipmunk, lead them away from station. Evade fire, but do not escape completely.
What was that log that just popped out? What's trying to hit something in grand exchange? A pillager? Hmm.
They have lost you. They return to our mark if you're too far away. Crucial you return immediately.
What, the Prometheus got destroyed? Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Where was that? The the Prometheus got destroyed, bringing back the last little bits of what I needed for research. Wow, that was special. How did the Prometheus get destroyed by a run-of-the-mill parented Minotaur Raider? A ship that is, in my opinion, objectively worse than the. Whatever, my own Minotaur Raider will go get it done, I guess, or get the research done.
We are taking a lot of heat.
What is that? Another Ministry fleet rapidly approaching your location. Highly unexpected. Fast fighters heading your way. Probably dedicated anti-piracy task force.
We need to get out of here right now.
They're heading you off.
I have an idea. Follow me. Head for that tear there. Accelerate. Do not slow down. See you on the other side.
You are surplus to requirements.
Oh, this is really bad, actually. If
Hull damaged.
the game really wants me dead right now, which is not cool.
Hull critical. Ejecting.
Awesome. I don't know what
Emergency
I did,
eject successful.
but for some reason the game just decided it really hates me. Alright, cool. Thanks, game. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit by one of those. Well, it's a good thing I saved before I made took a break. And lost what, 20 minutes of progress? Not that bad. I've never gotten swarmed quite like that before. Cool. Well, the good news is I get my Prometheus back. Hmm. My Prometheus with 3 guns, forward firing, and 3 turrets couldn't take on a ship with 2 turrets. I'm impressed. My Gorgon almost got destroyed by K, but for some reason that backed off. Hmm. Things are just going a little more sideways in this playthrough than I expected so far. Right at this moment in time, my computer just decides, you know what? You've had a good run. Let's end it. My
Entering
computer.
system. Profit Center Alpha.
You don't decide when you're done playing this game. I decide.
Tacoba.
Hey, pilot, you gonna shut the door? Or... I mean, I get that you got a lot going on here, but
Hello there.
hmm. Who are you?
Hey, I can see a vessel approaching. Now fly to the connection module I've highlighted for you. In order to place an EMP bomb, you'll need to change into your spacesuit. Good. Now attach an EMP bomb to the module that I have highlighted for you. Then detonate it. There's nothing quite as satisfying as triggering an EMP bomb. You'll see that the detonation created signal leaks that you can scan. Switch into scan mode and approach the data leak to intercept the information coming from it.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
You'll notice that now you own a blueprint for this specific station module. That module can now be used in the construction of your own stations. We can also analyze the blueprint to gain a better understanding of the target of our heist. Unfortunately, we can currently only steal the blueprints of non-vital connection modules this way.
Assistant, I might have found a way to rectify this issue. Given the right research, I could probably enhance the range of module blueprints you could appropriate.
Curses! The security breach seems to have triggered a silent alarm at the station. Someone is heading your way.
You, stop right there. What are you doing here? There has been a breach in security. Explain yourself.
Oh, that's not good at all. Hold on. I'm trying something. Accessing the station mainframe. Running counter security routine. Entering the...
Axion sounds like me when I'm streaming.
Yeah. Salutation Station Patrol. I am Kuvayak, evangelist diplomat in the services of the Holy God Realm of the Pyramid. I shall shortly forward to you the identification issued by the Hallowed Authority. Why in the name of the holy three-dimensionality are you accosting my personal escort? I sent for transportation to take me off your heathen station. Talks between our peoples have not gone well at all. By the Divine Triangle, do not turn this into a full-blown diplomatic incident, just because, in your endless incompetence, you held up the wrong chauffeur.
Very well then. The identification checks out. Your pilot may move on. Apologies for the inconvenience.
That was too close for comfort. Better pick me up and take me off the station right away. That identification will not hold up to any scrutiny. There you are. The Let's get out of here. I feel like a little performance could catch up with us at any second.
Entering system. Silent witness. Entering system. Windfall.
Hmm. Third time's a charm, right?
Barbarossa.
Hello there.
Thank you for the lift. That was quite an exciting turn of events. But now, at least we have the blueprint we need to gain an insight into the internal station geometry.
Straight to point. Kers need to raid station for specific supplies, but station well guarded.
Alright, we've already heard that speech once before, so I'm just looking at other stuff.
Version. You attack Ministry fleet head on. Draw. Very well. Plan agreed. If you're fast enough, you stay out of range of their guns. Do not worry.
Mhm.
Tacoba.
So, we are going to engage the Ministry, I hear. Good. People say that I have a very chipper disposition, but the Ministry of Finance makes me...
Hey, you can't do that.
Ah, no more
Entering
NPC
system.
chatting away in my
18
ear.
billion.
Very nice. We already heard that speech from Ace. Actually, this is like, I don't know how many times I've heard that speech from Ace. So I learned that you can just skip their dialogue if you scan another ship.
Phoenix. Sentinel.
It's not very nice to Ace, but I don't care. It's not very nice to have to sit through that dialogue every time I play a new game too, so. Take it or leave it, I guess. Apparently I have 2 satellites that are right next to each other. I could space those out better. You know, I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing this time.
Arcadian Endeavor in close proximity to station. Commence attack when ready.
Do not worry. I will be right beside you. Amazing how huge these ships can seem up close.
Alright, just in case the unexpected happens again. But this time, we're in hide in the secret spot. It seems so they're not hostile till I shoot them.
We were hit.
Chipmunk, lead them away from station. Evade fire, but do not escape completely.
Don't get sucked in, don't get sucked in.
Get liquidated.
Ooh, don't get blown out. Just got blasted out of its hidey hole. Like a whale blowing water out, chucking a loogie out of its blowhole. Basically what just happened.
They have lost you. They return to our mark if you're too far away. Crucial you return immediately.
You are not so good as you think.
Don't make me go hide in that ship's blowhole again. 'Cause I will.
Incoming missile.
Whee!
We are taking a lot of heat.
What is that? Another Ministry fleet rapidly approaching your location. Highly unexpected. Fast fighters heading your way. Probably dedicated anti-piracy task force.
We We need to get out of here right now.
They're heading you off.
I have an idea. Follow me. Head for that tear there. Accelerate. Do not slow down. See you on the other side.
Make a withdrawal.
Did you make it? Great. But it seems like jumping through that tear separated.
Stop right there. Nowhere to run now, criminal. Prepare to be met with all the might of the Ministry of Finance. What? Oh no! I have been separated from my squad. Abort mission! Abort mission! Just let me get out of here.
Yeah, that is right. Run along now. All hiss and no bite.
Okay. So, as soon as that storage is built, right there in the top right, 2 seconds. Now I can go into the logistics view for helium and restrict, set the rule to restrict to just my faction, so only my faction will, just like the mining, I will only quote unquote buy materials that this station requires from my own faction. So now that it's weird that you have to wait for a container of a compatible type before you can set those rules. There must be a reason for it though. Or else it wouldn't be like that. It's just weird and kind of annoying. I have plenty of I will have helium coming in from the gas trader. It should no longer be AFK over in Mars,
You
but
are probably wondering what allowed the two of us to make such a dramatic exit, right? Well,
nope.
sometime back, the Maestro came across this weird phenomena, kind of like tears in space. You can use them to jump between systems. We use them for a quick getaway, only if absolutely necessary, of course. There is no way to control your destination. So, if you are unlucky, you can find yourself in a system overrun with Xenon.
How
So I've
very
got a
interesting. Although this group of ne'er-do-wells have also stumbled upon the anomalies, they are content with making use of them without questioning them too much.
While you two kept Ministry forces busy, Kers took station for all it is worth. Did not go as smoothly as anticipated on your end, but handled well. Good work, Chipmunk.
Magpie. Vanguard.
Chipmunk, surely nice to see you. The Maestro has let you know that everyone is working on a bigger heist now, right? Well, it falls on us
Okay, so if you've never done this mission before, or you've never done boarding before, here's a good opportunity to learn. It's a guided portion, so it's it can be confusing to just get what you need at the start, but I'm just gonna do this real quick, so if you have problems with this mission, just do what I do and should be easy. You might even be able to just play along. Now then, I am gonna do an extra step, which is unnecessary, but it's going to
Tacoba.
make my life easier for doing the final mission, and it will make whoever does what I do uh, their lives easier as well. So unnecessary, but it'll make your life easier. Come over to the God Realm of the Pyramid. Unique, specifically, we're looking for a unique weapon. I like to use the Alliance of the Word Wharf because they're usually well supplied, meaning that you won't have to wait to get your ship modified. I'm going to replace my pulse lasers. I know it's very sad, with burst rays. Now, I haven't talked about burst rays before in any videos because these are very special weapons. These weapons, as summarized in the bottom right, are not meant to kill ships straight out. They're not meant for dogfighting between ships, but instead, these weapons are meant for destroying engines and turrets of large and extra large ships, specifically, or stations. So if you wanna shoot turrets off of stations, these things are gonna be your bread and butter, your best choice. Besides getting like a large or extra large ship and just basically destroying a station, but if you want to take turrets out, there's no other weapon that's anywhere near as good as these. And these are specific to the God Realm of the Pyramid and the Alliance of the Word Wharf, which is located within the God Realm of the Pyramid. So that's why I'm going over there. I'm getting there's an interesting choice between Mark 1 and Mark 2. The Mark 1 version of this weapon deals more hull damage, because these weapons pierce through shields. So the Mark 1 variant deals more hull damage, but less surface element damage. And surface element damage is that's the engines, that's the turrets, that's shield generators. And remember, just for large and extra large ships. The Mark II variant deals less hull damage, but it deals more damage to surface elements, shields, engines, turrets. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this. And while I'm upgrading the weapons, I also need to grab 2 Marines. Or, well, 1 Marine. Because my ship can only hold 3 crew, 1 pilot, and then any combination of service crew and Marines up to 2 others. And so I can change my able crewman here into a Marine once I get the ship outfitted and upgraded. I'm not even going to pilot this ship over here. I'm going to let him pilot. The reason I don't look at where he's piloting or what he's doing is because the game, very cleverly, despawns anything you can't see,
Entering system. Profit
more or
Center
less.
Alpha.
Despawns anything with that's not in your vision. So if your pilots are if you're having trouble being shuttled around the galaxy, your pilots keep running into stuff or getting stuck on things, try turning around and looking at the floor, and your pilots will do a much better job
Entering
of
system.
ferrying you
Right
around systems.
promise.
or ferrying you around the system.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum.
All right, there we go.
Entering Trinity Sanctum. 7.
I need more whole parts, but no one is willing to buy. Or sell me whole parts. Hopefully the rest of the whole parts show up. So I would really like to get that micro lattice rolling as fast as possible. I also will need, well, I want some trading ships, but I heard that the best medium trade ship I can get, or maybe it's not a medium, is definitely not that. I heard the boa is actually fairly decent. For moving quickly, that is. 2 engines on the back, and it moves at a snail's pace, basically. Well, actually, their conventional drive speed is fairly good. So maybe I will use them for that, because they can get away from things at 400 move speed. These ships start to get a little pricey at Combat Engine Mark 2 and 3. And putting Combat Engine Mark 4 on any ship that you're probably not going to personally pilot is more or less a waste. So Combat Engine Mark 4 is a special engine really meant for just player use, or unless you're like stupid wealthy. You can start slapping that thing on anything. But the difference between Mark 3 and Mark 4 is not going to be very big unless it's for ships that actually really utilize combat engines the best, which will be split ships, of course, and a lot of the small ships. And most of the time, the Terran variant Mark 3 combat engine is going to outperform. It's really personal choice, and you have to do a lot of trial and error to figure out if you want Mark 4s or not. So I can't really afford trade ships right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, and my ship should be being refit, or it already did get refit. There we go, it's done. I'm going to switch this crew member over to a Marine. And now we're going to go back and talk to Ace. Right, so we're bringing in helium. Excellent. And we just ran out of hull parts to build, so this is on hold. Gotta wait for a trade ship that wants to make a trade. Is research progressing at all? No. Cool. I have 2 trade ships assigned to Grand Exchange and they don't want to do anything. Oh, never mind. This one's actually bringing back something. Okay, research will get going once that ship makes it back. This ship has a whole bunch of free money
Entering
for me.
Trinity Sanctum 3.
Sorry about the mic being quiet, by the way. I kind of have to whisper right
Entering
now.
system.
Everybody else
Bright
is sleeping
promise.
at the moment. It's good to know that the Duke's Buccaneers tend to hang out
Entering
in this
system.
system for
Profit
whatever
Center
reason.
Alpha.
In Bright Promise. That's good information to know for a couple of reasons. Duke's Buccaneers ships tend to be modified, so you can blow them up for their mods, or you can capture them. That's how you can get a Prometheus. So if you're wondering how to get one of those, go take it from Duke's Buccaneer.
Entering system. Silent Witness.
I may just send this Duke's Buccaneer out and get upgraded with a different turret setup because it got absolutely decimated.
Entering system. 18 billion.
So I'm looking at rotation speed because that's going to be better than that's going to be better for this than raw damage because its projectile speed is really low. So the Argon is literally double the rotation speed.
Entering system. Windfall.
Be really important things. I'll try this variant out. It should, since how ships out of sector combat have a 100% hit rate on all their weapons, it might be worth it to uh, put stronger weapons on the turrets. Because plasma cannons suck as forward firing weapons, but as turreted weapons, they do pretty good. Or well, they don't get affected by additional heat cooldown. Actually, cooling down from being super hot. That doesn't affect turrets at all, so they don't overheat and get put on a separate cooldown because of overheating. Whew. That's what I'm trying to say. Now then, this will remain under the command of Grand Exchange Manager, but since I gave it some orders, it will do these orders first and then go back to being or trading for the commander in Grand Exchange. So that's a nifty little thing to know. Just tuck that away for later, or to be of use in your playthroughs. No whole parts. Cool. Actually, I can take a look and see which side the build storage is on for this station. See if I can get a live stream view of the station to see which side the build storage is on. I want to say the build storage is on the micro lattice side. Oh, there's a clear view. Oh, it's actually on the it's on the side closest to that T junction underneath. It's pretty important to, well, for me, it's important to know where that build storage gets put, because if you build a pier that faces the build storage, the ships will push each other out of the way and it will cause traffic jams at your station. You don't necessarily want to cause traffic jams at your own station. Well, that's why you're in the sector anyway. Still, it's not a great habit to be in because eventually you will be around your own station. So the build storage is over here. So I want to put a pier. I want a Terran pier, but... Or no, I actually do want a Terran pier. Because it'll cost just the Terran resources. In order to get a Terran pier, I'm going to go steal one. But I need research.
Hello there.
I hate waiting on traders for research. It just takes so long at the start.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
Chipmunk, surely nice to see you. Did you manage to assemble an outfit of Marines? Excellent. Let's go.
Entering system. 18 billion.
That is the ship that the Maestro picked out as suitable. How about you fly closer and scan it? That way, we can get a better idea of what we are dealing with here.
Okay, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to make a save right here. And I'm going to split the VODs on Twitch. It's been an hour. And this is an excellent spot to split the VOD and start a new video right into doing this. So I will be right back after a couple of seconds. The stream will go down for a brief moment. It will be right back. Try counting to 20.